Yes, good morning, guys. Back to IUPAC nomenclature. In today's class, we'll discuss nomenclature of esters. Okay. So the functional group of esters is R1C double bond O R2. So the R1C double bond O, this is called as principal carbon chain, and whatever the R2, that is called as substituent. So the name of the compound has to start with the, that is name of the compound has to start with R2. Okay, as this is a substituent, the name of the compound has to start with the R2. So let me take some example to explain this one. For example, I have HC double bond O CH3. So here this CH3 is there, no? So this is the substituent. So as this is a substituent R2, okay. So this is the R2. So what is this R2? So this R2 is methyl, and here how many carbons I have? Methyl methanoate. Got it? Similarly, for example, if I have like this CH3C double bond O OCH3, then here what I have? Methyl group here, and in this principal chain I have two carbons, so that's why this is called as methyl ethanoate. For example, if you have a compound like this C2H5 C double bond O OC2H5, then here what we have? Ethyl group we have, so then it will be called as ethyl propanoate. Okay, for example, if you have like this CH3C double bond O OC2H5, so then in R2 position we have ethyl group. What is the name of this compound? Ethyl. And in principal chain we have two carbons, so that is ethyl ethanoate. So this is the IUPAC nomenclature of this ester. And now let me take a compound with 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5 like this, and here I have a double bond, and here I have unsaturation, and here I have unsaturation, and this is linked with okay. So like this. So this is what? This is R2, this is R2. So this is substituent, and this is principal carbon chain. So how many carbons we have? 1 2 3 4 5. So first let me name the substitution first, that is R2 first. So whenever we are giving the numbering, so we should give numbering from here 1 2 3. Okay, so this is the longest chain, no? So that's why 1 2 3. Okay, so let's name this one 1 methyl. So as first position we have methyl group, 1 methyl, and at second position we have unsaturation 2 propenyl, close the bracket, and we put chloro here. Okay, 3 chloro penta 2,4 diene O8. Got it? And for example, if you have a cyclohexane ring, C double bond O, OCH3. Okay, so this is the principal carbon chain. Okay, and this CH3 is the substitution. So here we will use special suffix methyl cyclohexane carboxylate. So this carboxylate is the special suffix for esters. So like this, you can name the esters. Okay. In next slide, we'll discuss nomenclature of aldehydes. So UPAC, okay, IUPAC nomenclature of aldehydes. So the functional group of aldehydes is CHO, and the secondary suffix for this one is al, al. And for alcohols, ol. Remember this one, al, ol. And prefix for this one is oxo. So whenever your CHO is acting as a substituent, then you can name it as oxo or pharmyl. And special suffix is carbaldehyde. And this CHO is also terminal functional group. Terminal functional group. Terminal functional group. So that means the CHO will be present at the end of the carbon chain always. Okay. Let's discuss few examples to understand this one. For example, I have a compound like this. So the functional group should get the lowest number. 4, 5. In parent chain we have 5 carbons. So this is pentanol. Okay. And we have CH3, CHO, and this is ethanol. If you have HCHO, this is methanol. Okay. And you have 2 groups, then you can name it as diol. CHO, CHO. So then this is ethane diol. Ethane diol. For example, if you have a carbon chain like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then how to name this one? CHO and CHO. Okay, so here I am taking an unsaturation. Okay, then how to number this one? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so in this case, as the parent carbon would have 7 carbons, so that's why the root word is hept. And second position we have unsaturation, so that's why hept2 in diol. Why you put diol? So as we have 2 CHO groups, and these 2 are at terminal positions, so that's why no need to mention the position of a functional, that is position of aldehyde group whenever we have only aldehyde group. Okay, so if we have any group other than CHO which is having more priority, then the CHO will become substituent. Okay, we'll discuss about this later also. Okay, so now let me take one more example. Similarly, okay, CHO and here also CHO, here unsaturation, here unsaturation, and here NO2. Yeah, try to name the numbering and try to name the compound. So from where I have to give the numbering? Suppose here also I have a functional group and here also I have a functional group, but the unsaturation side is there, no? This will get the lowest number. So that's why the numbering should be from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What is the substitution here? So the substitution is, nitro is the substitution here. So the substitution has written to be first 4 nitro and we have 7 carbons, hepta 2, 4 diene, diol. Okay, and similarly, let's take CH2, CH, CH2, CHO, CHO, CHO. So in this case, so this is the principal carbon chain, and the principal carbon chain have 3 carbons. So this is called as propane 1, 2, 3 triol. Okay, suppose whenever you have a cyclic compound like this, so here we have to use special suffix. Okay, so this is cyclohexane, as this is the principal carbon chain. So this is cyclohexane carbaldehyde, cyclohexane carbaldehyde. Okay, like this we can name the compounds of aldehydes. Okay, which is ends with Al, that is Al. Okay, now we'll discuss about nomenclature of ketones. We'll start with next slide. Yeah, so nomenclature of ketones. So the general formula of ketones is R1C double bond O R2. Okay, so here R1 this R1 and R2 should not be equal to hydrogen, and secondary suffix is "-one" and prefix is keto. And here the condition is this may be terminal or may not. See, in the case of CHO, so the CHO is present at the terminal carbons. So here there is no condition like this functional group should be present at the terminal carbons. So let's see a few examples for this one. So CH3 C double bond O CH3. So this is a simplest ketone. So that's why I'm not mentioning the position of one propanone. Okay. For example, I have like this CH3CO CH2CH3. So here, if I give the numbering from this 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So this is getting, so the keto is getting second position. Okay. Suppose if I give the numbering from here. Okay. So the keto is getting third position. Okay. So which is right? Okay. So according to our IUPAC nomenclature guidelines, so the functional group should get the lowest number. So this is right one and this is wrong one. So then what is the name of this compound? So I have to mention the position of keto group here. So that's why. So the name of this compound is like this, butane 2-one. Okay. For example, I have a similar ketone like CH3, CH2, C double bond O, CH2, CH3. So you can give the numbering from either side. Both are same. So here contain B1. Okay. Suppose if you have 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. See, suppose in this case, so let's give the numbering for this compound. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here I have 2 keto groups. So that's why I can write hexane 2,4 dione. Okay. And suppose if we have group like this, so here this is part of the ring, so that's why you can name it as cyclohexanone. Hope you understand how to name the naming of esters, aldehydes and ketones. Thank you.